what you had to do or had to see or had to eat, whatever?
Yeah, I had to get a cheesesteak because they don't make them good up here in Ohio.
What's your favorite spot?
Geno's.
Is it? Okay.
What's so good about it? How is
The
your
bread.
beef pretty good?
The bread will make a cheesesteak.
Okay.
Yeah, so they got real good bread.
Did you watch Penn State, Michigan?
Yeah, a little bit. I just watched the last overtime.
What were your impressions?
I mean, two good teams that just battled it out to the end. I mean, just exactly what I thought it would be. You know, it took them 4 overtimes to get a winner that game. So, I mean, just two good teams battling it out.
Is it a part when you're watching a game like that where you think, okay, we're playing both these teams, so first of all, you're kind of like, not scouting officially, but you're kind of keeping an eye out just for what they do. But secondly, what might benefit you the most? In other words, like strength of schedule, it probably would serve your purposes better if Michigan were undefeated or whatever when they come into your game.
Now, when I'm watching the TV copies of games, like I'm watching more for pleasure, just for the love of the game. I'm not really looking at much as opposed to when I'm in the meeting room, really studying them. So, I mean, I'm not really looking at that as if they are opponents, you know, trying to see what they do. I'm just watching it because for the love of the game.
And what, as a whole, is the offense? Midway through the season, how would you rate your level of satisfaction with what the offense has done and been able to do so far?
Headed in a good direction. I mean, if we keep working every day at practice and getting better and taking this game by game, I think that it can, by the end of the year, it'll be a ridiculous offense. But I mean, for right now, I think we're where we need to be. But we also can get a lot better, obviously. So we're just gonna do what we got to do and get better.
Kind of along those lines.
The bye week, good meals, anything cleared your head a little bit?
Nothing. Just flew home to Philly and just got to spend time with my family and spend time with my little brother. I haven't seen him play yet, so when I got to see him play for the first time, which was good.
How do you do?
3 touches, 3 touchdowns. 13, 8th grade. Yeah.
What position?
Running back, safety.
And his name?
Justin Santilla.
Upper Darby?
Nah, he plays in Philly.
Does he?
Yeah.
Corey, what percentage of the potential have you guys reached so far? Like, where you guys? I mean, can you guys get a lot better? Are you guys about where you think you're going to top out at?
Yeah, we can get a lot better. I mean, you're never where, like, you never can reach your peak, especially at this level. I think that the coaches work us so hard, and we have so many new things that we do from week to week that you can always get better with something. So we still make a lot of mistakes. We can see it on film, and we leave a lot of points on the field. So even last game, I feel like we could have scored better in the red zone. So if we can just eliminate the mistakes and kind of execute a little better, we'll be all right.
Philly, do you feel you guys have the nation's longest winning streak? Does that mean anything to you? Does it add anything to normal week? Or?
Nah. I mean, we don't really pay much attention to that. We take this one game at a time. They always emphasize one game season. So we're just going to take it one game at a time. We don't really talk about a winning streak too much.
If you win this Saturday, I think it ties for the second longest streak ever here at Ohio State. Would that mean anything to you?
I mean, it's a good honor, but I mean, that's not our ultimate goal, so we don't spend much time on that. So we're just more worried about winning this next game and then winning some more games after that.
You feel like maybe you kind of just caught your breath the last couple of weeks with the bye? Some kind of just...
Yeah, I think this bye came at a perfect time, playing two primetime games in a row. So I don't think it could have came at a better time, especially heading into these next couple games. We got some tough opponents coming up, so being able to get our bodies back, I think it was good.
Where will you guys be better throwing the football this second half of the year, or maybe coming out of this bye? What have y'all improved on, do you think, Philly?
Just as a whole, I think that we've got a lot more weapons now than we've had before, obviously, and I think if we keep working Dontre, we can get Dontre on the field more, and a couple other players. There's been a couple players that's been practicing really good lately. Me and Coach Myers talked about it, and we feel like if they keep practicing the way they are, then they can potentially see some time on the field.
Who are you talking about there?
Well, a couple young guys. I mean, I can't really say names, but you'll see them if they play.
Corey, Urban had implied that the energy level dipped a little before the Northwestern game. Is that something you saw, and if so, is it back to where it was?
I didn't notice that. I mean, I feel like it was normal week of practice, normal pregame, normal, like, just everything we do. So, I mean, Coach Meyer obviously sees it from a different point of view, so maybe he saw something different than we saw, but I didn't think it was any different.
Is it tough to adjust the identity of what you guys are? Like 1 week, like against Wisconsin, you guys took what they gave you, which is some shots on you. Next week, Northwestern, you guys are more of a power run team. Because you guys have shown the ability to do both, is it tough to adjust from week to week to what it is that you are?
Not really. I think Coach Herman does a good job of getting game plans ready and kind of telling us what we got to do. And I think that us as players, you know, we try to prepare like pros. So I think we do a good job of executing what he wants us to do. And any scheme that Coach Herman draws up is going to work. So I mean, he studies so much film, and these coaches are here all night, so they know what we got to do. I mean, if we got to run the ball, we will run the ball. If we got to throw the ball, we'll run the ball. I mean, we'll throw the ball. Nobody really cares as long as we get the win.
What are you this year?
I have no idea. We'll know today.
Iowa statistically, defensively, is pretty good. I mean, they're top 10 in total defense. Do you look forward to challenges like that when you're playing a team that has a defense like that as an offense?
I mean, yeah, it's always good, especially with the explosive offense we got. So it's good to play against a defense like this, just so we know where we're at. But I mean, I think we'll be all right.
You mentioned Dontre. Coach said he wants to see him become more of a complete football player, do blocking, do those things. Did you ever have to go through that kind of transition as a freshman where you're not just the deep threat, you're not just, a speed guy, you're a football player?
Yeah. I mean, Dontre's in the same position I am. He came in, he was a running back in high school, just like I was. So he's just got to learn. I think with a good offseason with Evan and Devin, if he just works on his routes and gets in the weight room with Coach Mig, I think he'll be all right. He's going to be a good player.
Philly, talking about Coach Herman was talking about he was trying to get feedback from when Braxton had a couple of turnovers 2 weeks ago at Northwestern. What was his demeanor like? And he said he wasn't hanging his head. People were telling me he wasn't hanging his head on the sideline. He was upbeat and stuff like that. What's the difference in him in that regard this year, maybe compared to last year, year before last, when things aren't going well? What did you see out of him last week that makes you feel confident in him?
He's mentally stronger, and I think we got some good leaders on this team and some good guys. It's just like it's a real family around here. So everybody from people who are playing, people that weren't playing, were walking up to him and kind of telling him that he was all right. We still had a lot of football left, and kind of giving him more confidence that everybody's still dependent on him. So I think that he's mentally strong in that aspect, that he knows he'll get another chance, and he got another chance. I mean, we won the game, so that was the ultimate goal.
Does he trust the guys around him too now more than maybe he did a couple of years ago? I mean, can you sense that he doesn't have to always be the show,
Yeah, I think he is, and you can tell in the throw game a little bit. He's anticipating some throws, maybe that he wouldn't have did before. So I feel like, I mean, the way that the wideout group's performing right now, I think there is no choice but to trust us.